too many can't play with us. See what his game here taking us? No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. You don't want problems. I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limit.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, check. Here we go, 47. Too little, 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
At the 48-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Hey, here we go. Wide eight. Shift! Watch the shift! Slip! Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, 26.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Kill. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Here we go, kill. Yeah, hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. Here we go, go to 54, Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 26.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
It's run, baby.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Check it out, Reed. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Fresno. 26.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The kick by Maher is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least she gets something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out low. Line 54. 22. Jet. Over. 22. Jet. Over. Switch. Switch. Big Dan. Big Dan.
Now Jones. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
Let's get that ball, David.
He's going to get it running right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Here's my 46.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Ravens 7. Cowboys 3.
Shoot. 3 down. Hey, kill. Check nickel. Check 9. Watch the edge. 26.
Now it's Morris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Mike 40. Watch the run. They're running it. Shoot. Everybody kill. Check 3. Check that. Wait. Kill. He's checking. Crack.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Jones on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
On the
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Down. Sand Reese. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Switch. Ready, go. Mike 54.
Jackson from the shotgun. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Tighten up. Under 10.
10th carry now for Elliott. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm coming. Mike 40. Watch the run.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Check 26, check 26. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set, ready. Come on, this is Pittsburgh. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Take. Yeah. I'm coming. Pass it. Check 24. Check 24. Set, go. Ready, go.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
38-yard line.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54.
Last stop.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble, gets him 12 yards.
Ready. Man, touchdown. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. All day. Shut up. Shut up.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. They go screen, this is Ingram. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Let's go.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. 10. Go. Mike, go. Coming. Mike 5-4.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
27-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
52.
From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. So don't say nothing. Go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Aaron Jones, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
36.
Running right, Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The sack by Robert Quinn. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Now Austin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check, he's coming. Strip the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Mike's 40. You ain't doing nothing today. Watch the safety creep. Check. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
54. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the Delta. Mike 5-4. Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. What we got? 54.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 54. Check the out. Mike 5-4.
And the blitz does come. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run on first down. Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
You must be getting tired. Trump. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Pick it up, D. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-man. Check curls. You go tight. We're going to 54. Why ain't? You got tight right there. 40's Mike. Watch the run. Shit. Hey, watch the edge.
Elliott running right. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
At the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Echo. 3 down. Hey, we're going Mike 40.
Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Powering forward, power running by Zeke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. 40's Mike. Here we go. Go to 54. Why ain't? Mike's 40. Let's go, D. Mike 40. Check. He's coming. Yeah. He don't want none.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And open left side is Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Alert 3. Hey, alert 3.
They run with Morris. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go to 54. Hey, 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Safarian-Jenkins there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? Check 55, Mike. That's it. You got it, sir. Mike 55.
Now Jackson on first down.
Watch the screen.
And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Looks off. 4 down. Even. Mike 55.
To throw again. Jackson. Snead's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, one set. Check line 54. Line 54.
And Jackson throwing once more. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Rush in.
Here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Showing up.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. He may try, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Get out there.
It's a pickup of 3.
47.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cut.
Hey, Mike 40. Go.
Check 26.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 47-yard
Here we go.
line.
Go right in.
40's the Mike.
Hey, kill. Gun.
Mike 40. In your face.
26.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Double time. Hey, 4 down. Check hot route. 26.
Here's Morris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
40's Mike.
26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down.
Mike 40. Check. He's coming. I'm coming after you.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.